Okay, gonna turn down the volume real quick because that's pretty loud. Okay, might turn down a bit more, or at least the music. Okay, I think that might be better. Okay, now I think I'm louder than the game. So, due to some issues with the fact that Warhammer was basically constantly crashing, Wednesday is going to become the new day for kind of random games. So I'm going to be just having some fun playing Slay the Spire this week, and Thursdays will be on a slot for another Minecraft video. Okay, so Slay the Spire is a deck building roguelike game, and well, let's get to it. These elites, they can drop relics, like which my Burned Blood is thing is a relic. So at the end of combat, Burned Blood heals 6 health, which is this. I also have gold, potions, and my deck. Now, I might explain more once we actually get into it, but, well, let's get into it. Let's go down this path since there's the 3 elites. I did start basically a new file just to keep the recorded stuff on its own continuity. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make him vulnerable, which vulnerable makes attacks deal a bit more damage. Okay, now... Okay, he's not going to attach, so we're going to make him more vulnerable because I didn't really get any other attacks. And... Okay, he did block a bit, so that's... Okay, I think this is... I'm bad at math. Huh. Well, I'm going to take a hit. Okay, now... Get a new hand of cards, and kill it. So that was the first combat. Every combat you get some stuff. I'm going to grab Dropkick because if the enemy is vulnerable, it refunds itself basically. Okay, now for another combat. Gonna block that damage and actually that's not that important since I could just kill it. But since I'm blocking it, I'm just gonna load damage into the medium slime. Okay, now I'm weakened, which means I do less damage, which is kind of sucky. I'm gonna put some vulnerable on that. And yeah. Okay, new turn. If I use the 2 strikes, that will kill that, and I can defend to block the rest. So enemies kind of show what they're going to do above their heads, so I was able to tell that he was going to do 5 damage, and he's going to do 5 again. But it doesn't matter since he's dead. Yeah. Okay, that's another source of vulnerable, but True Grit is useful because it can get rid of status conditions when it's upgraded. Also, real quick, gonna... add a couple of extra things, and okay. There we go. Change the settings a tiny bit. Well, I'm greedy. So I got some extra gold from that event. Question mark tiles can be basically anything from events to just... It can be an event, another combat, all sorts of things. A merchant, I think they can be chests, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, now I can kill this one, and smack the other one. It's going to buff itself, but that won't matter because I think I'm going to get another attack, guaranteed. And there we go. Nice and simple so far, eh? Ooh, a power. Yeah, I'm going to take Inflame because powers, they're single use each combat, so once I get it, once I use it, I won't risk drawing it again. Now, if I want to do more damage straight up, I would use Inflame first, but I'm going to use Bash and Dropkick first to refund the energy, and then Inflame for more strength on future turns. So strength just is a flat increase to the damage you do, so yeah. I'm going to block that damage and smack him. Alright, and that's not quite enough to kill him, so I'm gonna block it all. By the way, True Grit says it exhausts a card. Exhausting a card basically puts it in a zone here where it basically can't really be retrieved other than from special things. Hopefully I'm explaining this well enough for anyone who, for some reason, is watching this just for the sake of watching me. Okay, so Gremlin Knob is interesting. He gets more strength as you cast more skills, which are non-attacking cards, other than powers. He gives himself that ability now, so whenever I play a skill, he gains strength. So I'm going to try and kill him as fast as I can. Oops. Basically, I think you should really only use blocks against him if it will not be a net loss in the damage you'll be doing. So, if I use this block, it will gain 5 block, but I make him do 2 more damage each turn, so unless I finish this battle in the next 2 turns, it's kind of a bad idea, but I might be able to do that, so let's block a little bit of it so I take less. Alright. And gonna apply more vulnerable. And headbutt. And there he is. He's dead. Ooh, meal ticket. Nice. Whenever I enter a shop, I get healed. And basically right in front of us is a shop. So, that's nice. Alright, so from the shop I can buy relics, potions, and various cards, or I can remove cards. Later on you will generally want your deck to be a bit smaller so you have a bit more consistency, but yeah. Okay, so this could be useful for making it so I get more value on my question rooms. So I'll grab it. This lets me draw a card whenever I exhaust a card. That lets me exhaust a card at will and draw a card, so let's grab that because it's useful for getting rid of painful things. And let's go into another elite because, okay, so this guy, Lagavulin, after a couple turns, or if I break through its armor, it starts to wake up and become a lot more dangerous and start attacking. So I'm gonna kind of wait a couple turns and... Oh, please tell me he's not waking up already. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, I think he might be waking up next turn, which kind of sucks since I was looking for this to try and set up, but let's do this. I should have used another strike instead of dropkick, that was my bad. Okay, now let's try and get some value and use the attack potion. Okay, so you can use the Inflame, Bash, Uppercut. So got some decent damage off on him, but he'll be doing some damage to me. And yikes. Gonna try and get the uppercut back and block some of the damage. Okay, this is some decent damage I'm doing to him. In fact, I should be able to kill him next turn, as long as I don't draw only defense. And there we go. Alright. Ooh, frozen egg. So, when a card is upgraded, it generally becomes more powerful. Or just has some other useful thing added to it. So this basically makes any powers, like that Inflame I got, when I pick up a new one, they will gain more, well, they will be upgraded automatically. Now, I could take Iron Wave, which is a pretty nice block and deal damage card, or I could take Disarm, which is a permanent debuff to a single enemy's strength, which can be very useful against bosses. I love Iron Wave, but nah, I'm taking it. So here's a chest. They have a... Ooh! Oh, I'm playing a power deck. Fun. Now I could rest here, or I could upgrade a card. What does... Bash doesn't really do much when upgraded. So the thing about True Grit when upgraded is that it lets me choose the card it exhausts, so that changes a big thing about the card, which is pretty useful. Now from here, I might be greedy and take the Relic. The Curse is painful, but I have 2 cards that can exhaust a card of my choice, so that can temporarily remove the card each combat if I get lucky there. Okay. Okay, here's a large slime. Now let's do some damage. So large slimes, when they get to half health, or lower, they will split into 2 smaller slimes. Gonna get rid of the regret. Gonna put that on top of the draw pile. Hopefully I do have a bash still in there. Yep. Okay. By the way, the ice cream is useful because if I don't spend all my energy in a turn, I basically get it for the next turn. Okay, so now it's going to split into 2 smaller slimes with its current health. So instead of 35 health, like what would be the threshold, they will have 5 health, which makes them notably less threatening. And there we go. Okay, Armaments is fun because it lets you upgrade a card of your choice for the rest of the combat, or when upgraded, upgrades all the cards in your hand. So it's a nice little greedy card. At least when you don't have that many cards unlocked. Okay, another Gremlin Knob. Okay. That's an okay start. Kinda. This would be literally no impact, so that's a bit silly. In fact, I'm going to exhaust that since it's useless in this combat. I hate doing this, but more strength for him. Gonna get back the Iron Wave because it's an attack that gives block, so it does not buff him. Hopefully I can get my bash. Nice. I'm going to be taking damage from my regret, but that's just how it is. And, yeah. The power gives some healing, so that's a little nice thing it does. And that's the combat done and dealt with. Okay, I love Metallicize even when I don't have the bird-faced urn, so definitely grabbing that. Because once again, I'm a greedy boy. And I'm going to heal here for the boss fight. So, floor 1 boss, I think this is... well, doesn't really matter since people... well. So, this is the Guardian. When he takes an amount of damage, he changes to defense mode, where he deals damage to you when you hit him. And he's a kind of interesting little boss. The big thing is, if you can do enough damage, you can stop him from hitting, and oh dear. Oh dear. This could be bad. Okay, gonna exhaust that because that's painful. Gonna use the explosive potion to guarantee being able to break him out of his attack. And there we go. Now I stopped him from attacking, and he's gonna cast a buff on himself to damage me when he attacks. When I attack him, rather. So I'm gonna just block. And end my turn so that I have that energy for next turn. Okay. Now I'm gonna use one of my potions to get more cards, and use armaments to upgrade everything. Okay, now I'll try to completely block his damage, and I have enough armor that I can get off a smack on him. So he's a pretty straightforward boss. Okay, so now he's going to hit for 2 damage 4 times, which is going to be a bit easy to block. I'm going to put armaments back on top, toss down 1 block, and strike him once. So I'm going to be completely blocking all his damage, and this is just going well. Gonna apply vulnerable to him. And now he's gonna hit for a high amount of damage. To which I say, no. Doesn't matter if I do anything with this turn, so I'm gonna save my energy for the ice cream. Okay, this wouldn't do a ton, but still not bad. He's going to be hitting for 6. I'm gaining 4 extra armor, so I can definitely get away with doing this. Okay. Gonna block and get some armor going to eat this hit I'm going to take. Gonna put the drop kick back on top. And gonna exhaust this strike so I can block all the damage. Okay, now gonna drop kick. Headbutt to get back to drop kick. Burn pack to exhaust this unupgraded defend. Drop kick him again. And use a strike plus. There we go. The nice thing about these exhausted card of my choice cards is that they help thin out the deck to get rid of I can't speak. Superfluous things as the battle goes on. So as I thin out my deck, it's more likely that I'll draw the cards that I want to draw. And there we go. So I beat the first boss of this run. I could go for a block build, which an upgrade barricade this early on can really help form things, or I could take Reaper, which is useful because it heals, but you don't need to heal if you take no damage. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna be greedy and see if I can get lucky with the Astrolabe. Strikes are kind of inefficient later on because a lot of damage cards later do all sorts of fun things. So I'm gonna transform these strikes, and I got Fire Breathing, which is an interesting thing that can actually weaponize my regrets. Bloodletting, which lets me lose health, gain energy, and Pummel, which does 2 damage 5 times, which is nice because Inflame, giving strength, increases each of those 2 damages, so it will be 4 damage 5 times, which is pretty nice. Okay, so now it's time for Act 2. Okay, where are the elites? If I go down either of these paths, I can get 2 elites and get more relics, so this path has some interesting stuff going on. And question mark rooms are arguably bad because they can make you miss out on card rewards, but I'm gonna take it. Okay, now... Oh, right, I gave everything vulnerable at the start of combat. From this. So now I'm gonna... Doot. That will block all their damage. And yeah, that was nice and simple. Okay, that will be the only one attacking this turn, so... Oh boy, I'm not gonna be able to block at all. Oh, I should have played the Inflame first. Whoops. Well, that was a mistake. Now we'll be taking 12 damage this turn, so that's gonna hurt, but I will heal some of it. And entering those shops will heal me. So, yeah, I've got some fun stuff going on. Okay, now if I disarm, I should have armamented first. Whoops. Now I'll only be taking the damage from that one, because that one has -1 strength and counts out the damage it was going to do. Okay, now I'm going to pummel that one to stop it from flying and cancel its action. And I'm going to block most of the damage. And here we go. I'm gonna kill this bird before it becomes a problem. But here, that's a tiny bit of lag. I didn't mean to play that defend. And I can kill that bird, and there will only be one less left. Okay, now I do have 9 blocked because my block was carried over from the barricade. Let's take the drop kick back, and let's just pile up more block to make it even harder on him. And there we go. Thunderclap is kind of nice AoE that goes nicely with high strength. Ooh. I'm gonna remove a strike because I'm getting enough decent attacks to use instead. Ooh. I would love Shuriken, and okay, so one sad thing is, when you come across a relic, that relic won't really appear in future things this run, so all of these will now no longer appear in future chests or events this run, unless something weird happens, I think. But Strange Spoon makes so that cards that exhaust have a chance to be just discarded instead, which kind of sucks with exhaust cards with these, but it makes so Disarm and Pummel can potentially be reused if I get lucky. Okay, now let's see how many attacks do I kind of want to remove Regret, but it would make fire breathing a bit pointless, other than for healing, I guess, but it's not that bad. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks out of 21 cards. 4 of those cards are powers, so I'm not going to remove a card yet in case there's something fun in the shop. Ooh, ritual dagger. So this fun little dagger, if it kills a non-summoned enemy, like there's some enemies that summon other enemies, if this kills an enemy, it permanently becomes stronger for the rest of the run. So with that out of the way, let's go here instead, and kill him for the sake of the dagger. Gonna block all his damage, and we've done okay damage for the first turn. Let's smack him a lot. Okay, now whenever I play a non-attack card, I shuffle a status into my draw pile, which sucks for him because... Okay, this is a situation where maybe I should have done the bash and the dropkick first to get that free card draw before playing the Inflame, but not too important. Now I'm gonna try and block some of this damage. Obviously not able to block all of it because that was a lot of stuff. And, okay, so... Is there something I can do to... I'm gonna draw more cards, and it's able to kill, and it gets upgraded. Well, as a damage upgraded. It itself is not permanently upgraded by the armaments, but it does gain the extra 5 damage instead of the 3, so... Nice. Now, I don't think I need this rest quite yet, so I'm gonna go for the elite on the left. Okay, so this is Gremlin Leader. He... These are minions, which don't give... whatchamacallits if you... which don't upgrade the Ritual Dagger. Whoops, actually moved the window instead of whipping out the potion. Okay, now I might exhaust the regret to draw some stuff. And gonna dropkick him, metallicize, and kill that. Hold on, I'm gonna... Nope, that didn't fix the weird stuff going on. So, I just have my taskbar at the bottom now. Wonderful. Nope, Alt-Tab didn't help. Okay, he's gonna be hitting for a lot. I'm gonna block a little bit of it. Okay. I'm gonna do a bit of setup. Now, the annoying thing is that he summons more minions over time. And as soon as he dies, all of them will run away, so he is definitely priority number 1 here. Ooh, sweet, it got discarded instead. I saw because the spoon did a little glowy thing. Now I'm going to do this because I do have the ice cream and will preserve the energy. And I have 3 block to start off next turn because of the barricade. Okay, he's going to be hitting for a lot of damage. Gonna block as much as I can, but yeah, I'm definitely taking some damage here. Okay, that one's going to be hidden for more. My barricade will help completely block that. Not my barricade, my metallicize. So I'm going to get off damage on him. Sweet, it discarded again. This is why Strange Spoon is nice. I exhausted regret, so don't really have hope of getting that again. And I appear to be probably dead here. Yep. I'm not always incredible at math, but I think 45 is bigger than 18. So, yeah, this was the first run of Slay the Spire on the channel. Future runs will be longer, potentially. And, yeah, I didn't get an incredible score, but yeah, I don't have a ton of stuff unlocked. I have unlocked the character The Silent, who does all sorts of fun rogue stuff with poison, tons of daggers, that kind of stuff, but yeah. This was a nice little, just fun time for just playing a fun little game on Wednesday. Just a miscellaneous game that's not one of the main games of the channel, and there we go. Until next time, take it easy.